So we're back for day 6 of the Legacy Marathon, and we have rolled or spun the wheel onto Bomberman. So Bomberman is a artifact-based combo deck that revolves around the pairing of LED and Auriok Salvagers. So LED is a 0-mana artifact. You discard your hand and sacrifice it to make 3 mana of any color. And you've got Auriok Salvagers, which is a 4-mana 2/4 that has 1 and a white. Return target artifact card with mana value 1 or less from your graveyard to your hand. So with LED plus Auriok Salvagers, you can sack the LED for 3, then use 2 of that for Auriok Salvagers to get LED back in your hand. You recast it, you play LED again, you sack it, etc., etc. You net 1 mana every time. You make infinite mana. Now, the problem is that LED does cause you, of course, to discard your hand when you use it, which means that anything that you were going to go off with in terms of the infinite mana has to already be on the battlefield when you start comboing. So you can, of course, just have a Ballista on the field of any size, and then you just pump all the mana into Ballista and shoot your opponent. Or you can have Karn on the battlefield and use Karn to tutor for the 4th Ballista that's in the sideboard. Or you can just Karn into a Lattice, and then your opponent probably loses there as well. And that is the primary combo of the deck. Now, of course, being a Karn deck, since we can fetch, of course, Ballista and Lattice, we also have Ensnaring Bridge to fetch as another thing, and then the 4th copy of LED is in the sideboard in case we have Karn to fetch the LED and we have the other piece, but we don't have an LED. We also have a mono-white mana base here with Ancient Den, the Soul Lands in Ancient Tomb and City of Traders, Cavern of Souls, because we do need to get Auriok Salvagers through counterspells and Ballista through counterspells. Although we don't really need to get Ballista through counterspells because we can return it to our hand with Salvagers. And that's another thing. Ballista can also just be in our graveyard. So we can go infinite with Auriok plus LED, and then if Ballista's already in our graveyard, or if we just pitched it to LED, then we can use Salvagers to get it back. Karakas, 1 basic plains, and then, of course, we're an Urza Saga deck because we're an artifact deck anyway, and because Urza Saga tutors up LED. Then we also have other ways of getting going faster, so Mox Opal, Lotus Petal, Azorius Signet in this version. Bomberman, it has to, of course, be white for Auriok Salvagers, but it can be other colors. Usually, if it is another color, it's paired up with blue. We've got Defense Grid, again, so we can get through counterspells, so we can start comboing without our opponent being able to interact with us. Then also in the 4-drop slot, of course, the Ring, why not? And then the last card in this version of the deck is Boromir Gondor's Hope from the Lord of the Rings Commander decks, 4 mana, 2/1 in blue, 3/4, legendary. When it enters or attacks, look at the top 6 cards. You can reveal a human or artifact and put it into your hand. Now, this version of the deck is a Garuda deck because most of the cards, or basically all the cards that you need for the combo, are all even mana costs. So that allows you to put Garuda in the sideboard as a companion. Garuda's not really like amazing or anything, but you can either play it as just a value piece. It can also just find your Auriok Salvagers / Ballista / Boromir when you mill, although that's not too likely. But if you also have infinite mana with Auriok Salvagers plus LED, but you don't have any of the other pieces, you can win potentially off of the Garuda if you Garuda into the other piece you need. And then the last card in the deck is Ingenious Smith, which is just a little body that can go tutor up any artifacts off the top 4 of our deck and slowly grows bigger. So that is another thing. The versions of Bomberman that don't play Garuda are typically playing like 3 Fairy, maybe some other cards like that. There have also been some versions of the deck with Displacer Kitten if they're running 3 Fairy, but of course, this version of the deck is a Garuda deck, so we can't include that combo package. The rest of the sideboard, we have Westfold Rider, 2 mana, 3/1, sack, destroy target artifact or enchantment, activate only as a sorcery. Westfold Rider joins the ranks of many of the 2 mana naturalized creatures. The bonus is that you can sack it without paying any mana. The downside, of course, is that you can only sack it at sorcery speed. Then we got 4 Leyline of the Void for the artifact decks, 3 Spatial Contortion to interact with our opponent because we don't actually have that much white mana, so we can't really afford to play Swords to Plowshares. I mean, we basically have 4 Ancient Dens, then we've got 2 Karakas and a Plane, so 3 other white sources here, and then we've got Petal Opal, and then Azorius Signet to fix. So we arguably maybe have enough white for Swords to Plowshares, but we don't always have it, so the Spatial Contortions, and then of course the Karn package over here in the sideboard. And that is Bomberman. It's probably, I haven't played this deck on Moto before, but it's probably a nightmare because it takes a million clicks to do anything, but such is the case with loop-based combo decks on Moto. So let's go ahead and jump into our first league of the day. Round 1, we are on the play. Reveal Garuda. All right, we've got Ancient Tomb, Ancient Den, Azorius Signet. So we can go turn 1 Ancient Tomb, turn 2 Ring. Seems pretty good. So let's keep that. Opponent mulls to 6. Why am I saying 1 rings in Legacy? Because the card's busted. And when you have soul lands and free mana, it's even more busted. So Ancient Tomb, Azorius Signet, and over to the opponent. I think this deck would see more representation if the combo wasn't so miserable to click through. I could only get through 1 match. Yeah, it takes so many clicks to do. It's a click to cast LED, then it's another click to sack it, then it's another click to target it with Auriok Salvagers, then it's another click to recast it. So yeah, it's pretty miserable. Snow Mountain from our opponent. All right, so let's play the ring. Trigger the ring. Let's draw with the ring. All right, over to the opponent. Ancient Tomb. All right, so we're playing Prison. Yeah, there's Rabble Master. Okay, so ring trigger. These Ancient Tombs are kind of a problem. So defense grid is basically useless in this matchup. All right, so let's draw with the ring. City of Traders. So I can play City, and then I have 6 mana, so I can play both Ingenious Smith and Auriok Salvagers this turn. All right, so tap this. I guess I'm going to play City of Traders no matter what, right? I can't just keep taking damage. So tap this, cast Ingenious Smith, trigger. All right, well, top 4 cards are lands, so take an Ancient Den. And then I'm going to cast Auriok Salvagers, so cast this, and then over to the opponent. We are in danger of potentially getting beaten down pretty fast here. Caves of Chaos Adventurer. Rabble Master makes another Goblin, and then I'm trying to think of how much damage I can afford to take here. I assume they would attack with Rabble Master, yeah. So I probably chump Genius Smith on here, block a Goblin, right? I'm not going to throw 2 creatures into attacking Undercity. I guess, let's see. If I take this damage, I take 9, I take 5, I go to 8. Then this puts me to 6, and then I still have the Ancient Tomb that's hurting me, so it's like really rough. Yeah, I'm probably going to play another ring anyway. How important is it to not go solo on life? I'm almost certainly just going to play another ring next turn, right? So let's just keep the maximum amount of life possible. Yeah, so block here. We're at 12. Then ring triggers. We go to 10. There's a Saga. All right, draw more. Lotus Petal. So yeah, I want to get Saga going. So let's see. I play Saga. I play another ring. So Saga, float, play the new ring, and keep the new ring. Fog trigger, and then draw Karn. But Karn is not immune. So I probably want a Karn for Ensnaring Bridge, although I have a lot of cards in my hand. No, I Karn for LED, make infinite mana, but then I don't have a payoff right now. Yeah, so all right, if I play Karn right now, I Karn for LED, I play LED, and then they just attack Karn and kill him, right? They put everything on Karn, and there's no way I can block where it won't die. But if I play it next turn, then it's the same deal anyway. I guess I have more options if I draw into it. Okay, let's just pass and go to discard, I guess. Yeah, so yeah, pass to them. I don't want to take more damage off Ancient Tomb when I don't need to. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's put Garuda in my hand. That gives me the ability to just maybe go off next turn. Oh, does this not hurt me? Oh, it doesn't hurt me because of the ring. Oh, well, that's dumb. Okay, yeah, then we go to cleanup. Let's see, discard, Tomb, defense grid. Yeah, so initiative. They're choosing to put counters on this Goblin token. Okay. Why not on Caves of Chaos Adventurer, since this thing has trample? Or on Rabble Master. So the Goblins and, of course, Caves of Chaos Adventure can attack to get another card. Simian Spirit Guide was the top card, so no blocks. We take no damage. Plays another land. Oh, Snow Plains. So it's not Mono Red Prison. It's Boros Initiative, but they have Rabble Master in their deck. Another Caves of Chaos Adventurer. Although if they play it now, we don't take the 5 because they can't target us. Goading our Auriok Salvagers. Sure. We're just going to win. Presumably. I don't actually technically have the win yet, but... Alright, so ring trigger. We go to 9. Draw for turn. Saga ticks up. Draw with the ring. Petal. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have put Garuda in my hand last turn because now I have to ditch it to LED if I play it. We just need to find LED, right? Just need to find LED. So how much mana do I have in total? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I fetch Bridge, then I'm not fetching LED. So if I fetch Bridge, I can play out only 2 of the cards in my hand. Oh no, I can only play Karn plus Bridge, right? And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 8 cards left, so everything can still attack me. I can make 1 Karnstruct to block a Caves of Chaos Adventurer. This has to attack. So we're dead unless I hit something really good off of Ingenious Smith. So City of Traders, tap here, play Ingenious Smith. I have to find the combo piece right now, basically. Trigger Ingenious Smith. What do we hit? There's LED. All right, we're good. So cast LED, and now we Karn. 1, 2, 3. Signet. All right, sack for white. Activate, get back LED. And the loop commences. Oh, do they have swords? Oh, they have Solitude? No. All right. Well, this is only 1 or less, right? I guess I can go get Ensnaring Bridge at the least. So evoke Solitude. Yep. So Salvagers gets exiled. Then his ability resolves. So then let's recast LED. Should I use it now? Because I'm going to Karn for Bridge now. So then I just LED. It's whether I want to have this open to make a Construct still. If I ever draw Salvagers again, then I just go off. Yeah, all right. So sack the LED, minus Karn. Go grab Ensnaring Bridge. Play Ensnaring Bridge. And then I may as well make the Construct now. All right, over to them. They still have the initiative, unfortunately. I also will eventually die to this ring. So I can Karn for Lattice next turn, and then they just can't ever cast anything. But they still have the initiative going and can't attack as long as Bridge is in play. 4 mana, Seasoned Dungeoneer. Immediately move up to the next part, which gets them another creature. 10 cards entered the revealed. Archon of Emeria shuts off our combo. Then Rabblemaster triggers, they can't attack. All right, Ring, we go down to 7. Saga. I'm never ever getting to the point in the game where I'm getting through Ensnaring Bridge, so let's just float this. And then Tutor. All right. I can Karn for Ballista, and then how much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Ballista on 4. That's not enough. That's too many turns to need to kill them. All right, Opal. Trigger that. Man, if I draw with the ring, it also means Ensnaring Bridge doesn't work anymore. Okay. I probably just have to draw, though. All right, let's draw. There's Ballista. There's another ring. So... Oh, I can't play multiple spells a turn, though, because of Archon. Right. So Cavern. Name Human, I guess. Oh, and it's tapped too. Yeah, Float. Okay, that dies. And then I probably, what? Just play another ring, or do I play Ballista? The only thing that can attack is, what? 3 Goblin tokens if I play Ballista. 5, 6. 1, 2. X is 3. And then Karn's got a plus on something. So plus, I'm not going to turn Bridge into a creature. So I guess just on nothing. This is a pretty tight game here. All right, initiative. Go fetch a basic. Plays the plains. So go to combat. Makes a 1/1. And then I can just block all 3 goblins that attack. Oh, they can attack with Rabblemaster. Forgot about that. So I should have just shot it. Well, I can still block normally. Oh my god, the Rabblemaster Dungeoneer thing. It's a warrior? Alright, I guess I have to shoot it. Alright, let's kill Rabblemaster off. Yeah, definitely just should have shot Rabblemaster. I guess I want to keep Ballista in play. I can take 1 and then I go to 3 with the ring. Man, that's rough. Alright, yeah. Block like that. This Archon of Emeria is just like, I can't combo anymore with this thing in play. So damage, we go to 6. Then back to us, the ring triggers, we go to 3. Saga. How many cards can I get out of my hand if I ring, right? I can get out, I go up to 7 cards in hand, I play a land, I play 1 spell, I have 5 cards in hand, the Caves of Chaos Adventurers can attack, so I just have to play a new ring and just not even activate this one. All right, so Saga, triggers, comes into play tapped because of that thing, and then we've got to play the other ring, so tap, 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 and then keep this ring. Let's see, let's minus Karn for Lattice. All right, so grab Lattice, and then we just pass to them. So they still can't damage us. We get to get Lattice out next turn. They have Solitude ETB, or end step rather. Yeah, all right, that's fine. Targeting Ballista. All right, let's just kill this Goblin token. Now, you know what? Let's gain some life. That's fine. Initiative. So if they ever find an answer to Ensnaring Bridge, we're dead, basically. So we have to Lattice now so that they can't do anything. All right, untap, always yield here. Saga goes to 2. And then we've got 1, 2, 3. So tap, 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 tap. 5, 6, cast Lattice. All right, they can't activate anything anymore. Plus on the ring, I guess. And then pass to them. So we can eventually very, 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 very slowly win the game. Oh no, they can target us with this thing. I totally forgot about that. All right, well, I've been quite forgetful this game. I don't think there was a way out of that regardless. I would have had to draw into, what, another ring or something? All right, Boros Initiative. Spatial Contortion kills Rabblemaster and Caves of Chaos Adventurer, but not Dungeoneer. That's basically it. And then, what, Ingenious Smith's kind of crap? Oh, Defense Grid sucks. Defense Grid almost does nothing in this matchup. All right, so Contortion in, Defense Grid out, submit. And I used up a lot of time on that game, too. All right, well, we almost have the combo here, so I'm going to keep. I also have Land, Saga, Signet, Den, LED, go. Lotus Petal, Snow Basic, cracking the petal immediately. Null Rod. Well, we are not doing so well now. Literally can't do anything. I have exactly Urza Saga, and I can't do anything else. Amazing. Well, I'm not going to run a Saga out to just do nothing. I just have to naturally draw enough lands to get up to Karn, I guess. So I guess we're losing this game. Rabblemaster. If I find another land that I can actually use for mana next turn, then we can maybe not lose to this Rabblemaster. Cavern, name human. We get attacked for 6 here. Well, we're dead. I'm not continuing this. All right, we got by Boros Initiative. On to round number 2. Thank you for the sub, A Face in the Cloud. Your 60 rules video is great. Very eye-opening for a new player, LMAO. Thank you very much. Glad you enjoyed it. I was unsure on some of the rulings on that video. I tried to look them up as best I could. A bunch of people in the comments have said various rulings in the video are wrong. I don't know to what extent they're correct or not, although I'm sure I made mistakes in that video. Like, there's no way I didn't. So it's just a matter of how many. So that video was born out of, as I gave credit to my judge mentor, J.O., whose name I'm intentionally leaving anonymous. They had basically had that same concept, except they would quiz people in real life with real cards. And I wrote down the cards that were involved in the various like puzzles, but I didn't write down the answers. So it was a lot of fun trying to piece that back together. I had to leave some of them out because I couldn't even understand the question. All right, we have an extremely slow hand and we can't even cast these Boromirs, so we're going to mold this. We're also on the draw. This is better. Yeah, all right, keep this, throw back up an Opal. That's okay, it's great for giving different perspectives to interaction, expands your mind. So we got Underground Sea on the opponent. So let's go Saga, Trigger, Lotus Petal, Entombing. All right, so Reanimator it is. I don't think this hand beats Reanimator. It gets Atraxa in the yard. Mox Opal. Yikes. All right, well, over to them. Oh, there's Reanimate. Yep. So they can grab Force of Will. That's a problem. LOL at the left out the questions. One of the questions was one that involved double Aether Vial, double Leonin Arbiter. And I know there's something in that question that has to do with priority, but I couldn't remember like how it actually is built. Gets Delta, Entomb, Animate Dead, Reanimate, Grief. Oh, they can double Grief us as well, eh? So we're just dead. We're just so incredibly dead. They're going to Grief and take the only 2 cards of any relevance out of our hand, and then we're just going to lose to Atraxa plus Grief on the board. Grief, exiling Entomb. We lose Karn, we lose Boromir. Can I possibly win this match? I can make Karnstructs, but they're going to lose to Atraxa. I guess it's technically possible for me not to lose this, so... All right, yeah, sure, Grief. Otherwise, I would just scoop to hide info, but I don't know. I revealed Garuda, so they probably know what we're on anyway. Yeah, take Karn, it dies, and they reanimate, take Boromir, and then I can make a construct and then take 10, and then we're just extraordinarily dead. Well, Karakas is quite the draw. Karakas. I unfortunately still can't actually make a construct here if I have to use this to bounce Atraxa, but so be it. I should have played Signet on turn 1 using the... Opal. I guess I should just do it now then. I don't know. Nah, let's just pass. All right. Yeah, bounce Atraxa. And then we take 3, 17. Plays Delta. Plays Ponder. This has certainly been a game. I think I have to make a construct in my upkeep, which means sacking the Petal. Or in my main phase, rather. We drew Boromir. All right, so make a construct. And resolve this and go grab LED. Then play Cavern, naming Human. And then play Azorius Signet. And over to them. And then next turn we can play Boromir. All right, so 3 into us. Go to 14. Brainstorm. Fetch. Opponent's at 7, by the way. So, like, this is potentially a race here. Blue. Murktide. Well, never mind. The ring, you say. The ring, you say. If opponent doesn't have a counterspell. All right, the ring, you say. Play the ring. Yeah, they have Force of Will. Of course they do. All right, we got 1 turn to try to combo kill our opponent, which I don't even think we can do. Ponder, we're taking 10 to 4 here, and then I can play Boromir, but who cares? I'm just dead to Murktide in 1 hit. I guess if they attack with both, what? Can I would have to double this construct up to 6 power, which is just not going to happen. Plays a swamp. I guess they can also animate dead on our own Boromir that's in the graveyard to have a blocker. Okay, they're not doing that. That's a terrible draw. So blue, white, this one, this one. How do I get out of this? I have to Boromir into the ring or Boromir into... Because I can play Opal now, and then I can LED with Boromir on the stack, or with the trigger on the stack. So if I find the ring, I will have exactly enough to play it. If I find... It's basically that. It's ring or bust, right? Yeah. So play a new Opal, keep the new Opal, and then hold priority, cast Boromir, trigger on the stack, sack this. All right, resolve the trigger. We found Auriok Salvagers. So if I go Auriok, I can bring back LED and Petal, and I'm one short of killing them with the Construct. Oh no, I can't even activate it if I play it though, no. So, oh, I can grab Ballista, and then I can play a Ballista for 4, and then exactly kill them if they don't have any answer. All right, grab Ballista, play Ballista. Ballista X is 2. Go to combat. Swing with the Construct. Damage? Nah, you have more interaction. After you got rid of Brazen Borrower off your Force of Will. Bowmasters. Wait, what? But they already passed the blocker step. Okay, Bowmasters. Oh, they can shoot my Ballista, and then I'm one short of being able to... Oh, they're targeting me. Okay. Yeah, damage? Okay, well that made no sense. Shoot you? Ping. All right. They could have flashed this into block. They could have also flashed this in and targeted the Ballista, and then I would have had to use it before damage to shrink, which would shrink the construct. Yeah, okay, so that made no sense. All right, Reanimator, Leyline of the Void, and that's it, right? And then Defense Grid is relevant against a deck that's playing Force of Will and whatnot, so Ingenious Smith's the most cuttable card. Like, the body on it doesn't matter at all. So all it is a 2 mana... Does Reanimator play Null Rod? Maybe. Maybe they play Null Rod. I don't know. All right, Leyline of the Void it is. I guess technically what? I should have like 1 Westfold Rider in here just in case. It's also not irrelevant. It does kill Animate Dead. All right, submit. The opponent is aware of their mistake. Well, once again, we've got all the pieces except Salvagers. So what is this hand? It's turn 1 Saga, turn 2 Ancient Tomb, start making Construct. It's pretty... Against Reanimator, though, on the draw, this is so slow. Or I go turn 1 Ancient Tomb, turn 2 Ancient Tomb Karn, fetch like Lattice or something, or Ensnaring Bridge. This hand's probably good enough to keep, even though it is, like, obviously we can just get Reanimatored out of the game. All right, I'm gonna keep. Or we can get griefed out of the game. You know, there's a million ways we can get knocked out of the game, but, you know, whatever. Ooh, we drew Auriok Salvagers. Okay, well, this hand's great. So, Ancient Tomb, LED. I don't want to play this on 1 because I don't want to have it get Bowmastered, so... Let's just pass to the opponent. Entomb. Puts Arcana Cruelty in here. Underground Sea. Reanimate. Well, I'm going to discard Ballista. We're 1 away from being able to go off with Auriok Salvagers. If I tomb Karn, then they just attack. Karn dies. Also, how much damage can I even take from this, right? That would be taking 4. I would go to 13, and then I would take 9 and go to 4. And I still have to play Auriok Salvagers next turn, so I can't afford to play anything right now. I just have to probably play... Saga, then Cavern of Souls Unhuman, Auriok Salvagers, and try to go off. Yeah, that's my only out. All right, so Saga, trigger, over to them. Cycle Troll. We do have the win if they don't have a, what? Counterspell for LED. So Archon attacks, discarding Ancient Tomb. All right, we go to 8. Ponder. Null Rod. No! Well, I think we're dead now. Yeah, we're dead now. All right. I do wish that the sideboard had a Carnival answer for Null Rod. All right, so we want all of our Westfeld Riders in here because they are playing Null Rod. What's the next most cuttable card? One of the 2 Boromirs, and what else? 1 Signet is probably fine to cut. Maybe not. Maybe cut one of the Ballistas. I'm debating whether I even need 2 Ballistas because Karn can get 1 from the sideboard, so it's still like I have 5 of them. But Karn's not findable off of Boromir. All right, that's probably fine. Let's submit that. All right, Leyline of the Void in hand, +2 defense grids. All right, keep. Reveal Leyline, Ancient Den, go. And the next turn, we're going to go City of Traders, Signet, defense grid. Underground Sea. We drew another Leyline, which is bad. All right, City of Traders, tap, Signet, defense grid. All right, they don't have a play. Polluted Delta, fetch, another Underground Sea, main phase Dothy Void Walker. All right. Well, this is difficult to get through. What, do we start racing them with salvagers? That's not even good, right? All right, let's play salvagers and then pass to them. Man, it's just a million angles of attack. I would have had to bring spatial contortion in to beat that. I guess I can still beat it with like Karn into bridge or something. Well, there's Null Rod. So now Ancient Tomb and Signet are shut off. And I lose the race to Dothy. So yeah, this matchup is getting real tough. Can't block. Drawing a plains is helpful, I suppose. So let's go defense grid. And then I'm going to have to get out of this. So the City of Traders has got to go bye-bye, right? What would I pay for 3 mana? Nothing, right? Yeah, nothing. So I may as well play it now. All right, combat attack with Auriok Salvagers. What are we playing now? We're playing Bomberman. Oh, they're going to hard cast Grief on us. And then we're even on a tighter clock. No, Fatal Push. And Bowmasters. Yep. Well, I don't know how the hell we get out of this. Dothy, we can't block it. We have to have an amazing series of draws here. Karn's a pretty good draw. We can't play it. If we find another land, we can play it. Other Bowmasters. How much are we taking here? 12, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, so we're actually just dead. Even if I find a land for Karn, I can't play Ensnaring Bridge, so we lose. All right. Auriok Salvagers, which I also can't cast. Yep. On to the next round. I personally hate cards like Rip and Stony Silence and Null Rod and whatnot. They point to me, they're the same kind of effect as Blood Moon, I feel like. And I understand that, yes, they are used to shut off degenerate combo decks, but I feel like the interaction you should have with an opponent is, you know, they spend a card, you spend a card, you spend a card, they spend a card. Not, here's this one card, your entire deck dies unless you can deal with it. I do not think games should be decided by 2 mana. I cast this 2-drop, you just lose. To me, it was always more interesting to have effects like, I don't know, what's the classic? Graveyard Hate. You're playing against Dredge. The Graveyard Hate is like Relic of Progenitus, right? So then you go pop your Relic, which eats their graveyard, but they still have time to actually reassemble the graveyard, maybe get back into the game, as opposed to just rest in peace. If you don't draw the, you know, maybe like 3 to 4 naturalizes in your sideboard, then you're just dead. The problem is that they've made the combo deck so degenerately powerful that they require effects like Null Rod to keep them in check. We're on the draw this game. We have a turn 2 ring. We can go turn 1, Tomb Signet Opal, or Tomb Defense Grid Opal, turn 2 City of Traders ring. So this seems pretty good. Like, I much more prefer one-off answers. Things like Surgical Extraction, Tormod's Crypt, Relic of Progenitus, Soul Guide Lantern. If you're talking about artifact, even something like Shatterstorm, which is, you know, blow all of your artifacts up, at least you can reassemble your board afterwards. As opposed to Null Rod, you can't activate anything, you just lose the game. All right, Taiga. Taiga, eh? All right, so Ancient Tomb, Lotus Petal, Defense Grid. All right, Opal, pass to them. All right, so they are, I'm guessing they're Rhinos if they didn't have, okay, they're not Rhinos. So they're Rug Delver, but they just had Taiga with no other, that just doesn't make sense. Like, you keep a hand that has Taiga without DRC and no other play? Chrome Mox. Okay, so not Delver. Veil of Summer main deck. Oh, they're a combo deck? Rite of Flame, Galvanic Relay. Okay, they're Rug Storm. All right, all that resolves. Brainstorm, Ponder, Veil, Opal. Well, I guess I'm just still playing the one ring. Yeah? I don't die to Grape Shot or Tendrils at least. Trigger, draw a card. All right, back over to them. Brainstorm, Opal, Petal from the hand. Tap for blue, cast Ponder. They didn't shuffle. They play the second Opal. Cast Veil just to get the storm count up. They have 3 cards. Red. Another Petal. Oh no, they're rewinding. Black, Dark Ritual. Sack Petal, Brainstorm. Misty. 1 card left. Galvanic Relay for a bunch of cards. Opal, Rite of Flame, another Relay. Bunch of more stuff. All right, Ring Trigger. We go to 15. Draw with the ring. We can almost win. So I go 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I just play Karn, they can't use LED or Chrome Mox anymore, right? So then they have these 3 lands plus another land, and they have Ritual. So they get up to 6 mana, then a whole bunch more with Rite of Flame, right? So 5, then up to 9. They can still cast all of this stuff. So the only question is, am I more protected if I play another ring or if I play Karn? So I assume their kill condition is Tendrils. So 1, 2, they can still cast everything, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus however whatever spells they hit off of relay that they can play. So they can definitely get up to enough storm to kill us, and they can still make a boatload of mana even without LED and all this other stuff to fix for them, and they can still make triple black with ritual. Although they don't actually have any black lands, although I assume they have black lands that they can fetch. They must. They could have done all of this stuff last turn as well, and they just didn't, right? So that tells me that their kill condition doesn't work through the ring, so therefore we should just play another ring. All right, so Signet, play new ring, actually cancel. Cavern of Souls, name human, City of Traders dies, then we go new ring, so tap this one, keep the new ring, get the fog trigger, draw another City of Traders. All right, and then we just pass back to them. Fetch a Misty end of turn. All right, so just thinning their deck. So, yeah, so they do have a black source, of course. So next turn, I see, like, they didn't kill us last turn. I would have just gone for it if I were them, right? So they don't have it. LED. How much mana do we have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Karn, LED, Auriok, Salvagers, but then we can't win from there unless I ring into the win. Anyway, their turn, Ponder. So next turn I get to play Auriok, Salvagers, and Karn. So what I should do is play them both, fetch LED, make infinite mana, and then I get to draw 2 cards with the ring and Companion Garuda to my hand. So that is 2 cards here, and then it's 4 cards from Garuda to try to find the win con. So I can dig, so there's my draw step, and then I can dig 6 cards down to find a win condition. Second Opal, they're not even tapping the first one for mana. Okay. Brainstorm. So Storm count is going to go up to 8 here, and then they Galvanic for at least 8 or more. Rite of Flame, Ritual, Burning Wish. They found Echo of Eons. Plays another LED. Cast Galvanic Relay. Storm count 10. Boom, 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 boom. 2 Beseeches and 2 more Burning Wishes. And then they're just passing to us. All right, so 1 from Ring. Well, there's Ballista, so we win. City of Traders, cast Karn. They might just scoop the Karn. All right, I guess not. Minus, use the ability, grab LED, cast Salvagers. All right, sack for white. And now a very, very long sequence of loops starts happening. Target LED. All right, they've conceded to the combo. So game 2, Westfold Rider can't actually shoot anything at instant speed. So just Leyline of the Void to shut off Gaia's Will shenanigans. And they're playing Echo in their sideboard, so it also stops that from working. And then we just cut. I don't think they're running counter spells, so the defense grids are basically useless for the most part, as is Ingenious Smith. Obviously, it depends if they have any sort of instant speed interaction, but I think I'm better off with... Boromir's also kind of expensive, although he digs deeper than Smith does. Yeah, okay, so let's cut the 3 defense grids and 1 Smith and run this. We have almost enough mana to play the ring on turn 2. If we draw any mana source, we can play the ring. Double LED is not great, though. So we go Ancient Den, Petal, and then we need to find another mana source in order to cast the ring. And if we don't, then the hand basically just bricks on the spot. So it's two shots at seeing a mana source because we're on the draw. We have 23 lands in our deck, so there's 22 other lands in our deck, plus 3 opals and 2 more petals. So that is 27 cards, right? 22, 24, 27. So it's about a 50% chance for each turn. That's so close. I'm going to mull. The second LED is basically already a mull, so let's just mull. All right, Leyline of the Void. Hand's way slower, but yeah, all right. So keep... Pretty sure Caracas, Cavern of Souls is probably relevant too. All right, so let's put Cavern away. Do this, play it Leyline. Storm can still win through Leyline, but it at least shuts off the Gaia's Will line. Volcanic, Ponder, Lotus Petal. Oh man, if they're doing this now, okay, Thoughtseize. Takes the ring. Ooh, another Leyline, worst draw on the deck. All right, just play Ancient Den and pass. Ponder, no other plays from them. All right, Urza's Saga, trigger, pass the turn. Brainstorm. So on our turn, I'm going to go Ancient Tomb, run out Auriok Salvagers, and then the next turn, the Saga fetches LED. And then even if we don't have the win in our hand, we can Garuda and try to get there. Opal, Lotus Petal, Chrome Mox. All right, they're going off now. Imprinting Dark Ritual. Oh no, they just ran out mana. Okay. Saga ticks up. So Ancient Tomb and play Auriok Salvagers. I'm surprised they just ran all this out instead of just storming. Oh, they have to, okay, so Echoing Truth on Leyline of the Void. But now they only have 2 cards left. Why not have just played Chrome Mox then and then just bounce it? LED. Their last card is Burning Wish. Burning Wish Echo of Eons. And then they're going to echo us. All right, well, I want to get rid of all these ley lines, so... Well, if we manage to untap, we win. I don't know how viable that is. All right, trigger this, float, go fetch up LED, cast Lotus Petal, and then... So obviously I just win if I am able to combo off. So the question is, they can have potentially interaction here, and then what's the best way to insulate myself from losing? Is it to go... I can have 2, 3, 4, 5... Well, I'm going to have infinite mana with LED, so it's basically... I guess I should play like Boromir and then trigger on the stack, start going off, right? So City of Traders is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then I'll have 3 left with Boromir. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. If I find the ring, then like whatever. Yeah, so I should just play Boromir. So City of Traders, I can tap for Signet, and that's 1, 2, 4, Boromir. Have the mana for ring if I draw it. Or what if I can't find Karn off of this, so yeah. So let's just go float, Signet, and then Tomb, Azorius Signet, cast Boromir, trigger on the stack, LED for white. Resolve Boromir's trigger. Well, there's the ring. So then, all right, they've conceded. On to round number 4. I do wish they would implement commands on Moto. So basically, if I can open up Photoshop here. So in Photoshop, and probably other programs as well, but I'm most familiar with Photoshop, you have the ability to set actions that will just play a thing forward. So instead of having to do the same thing over and over and over, you can just record each individual choice and then have them all play. So for example, all right, here's my dude and I want him to be, I don't know, water reflection, right? So then I just go water reflection, like play the action, and then it just plays the action, right? I don't have to do each step of the action individually. I feel like they could probably implement something like that on Moto to speed up loops, combos that involve tons of loops. Anyway, round 4, we're on the play. All right, we've got all the pieces. We're just a little bit slow. So let's keep. So let's go Den. Get LED in case they're a Thoughtseize deck. And then back to them. Mountain. Lotus Petal. Is this Storm again? Or is it Prison or Desperate Ritual Spirit Guide? Prison? Caves of Chaos Adventure. So it's Prison or Boros Initiative. Gotcha. All right. Goes and gets another mountain, not a plains. Ooh, Ancient Tomb. All right, so really close, right? What's the clock here? They forge onto this. We take 7 and go to 13. Then next turn, we take 5 and go to 8, and then we're at 1 off of this thing. So Ancient Tomb, I just really can't even afford to tap for. It's that, man, that's so awkward. So either way, I can't play Auriok Salvagers this turn, right? So I go Cavern of Souls, Azorius Signet, go. We take 7, we go to 13. Then on my turn, I play Ancient Tomb, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana, and I can play Salvagers, but then I have to pitch everything else in this hand. Or I play Karn and fetch Ensnaring Bridge. So we're down to 11, and then we go to 6, and then we just die to Caves of Chaos Adventure. Man, that's so bad. All right, we're actually just going to get killed by this because they played it on turn 1. Unless we draw something really good. All right, Human, play Signet, and go. We basically have to draw into Ballista. Ancient Tomb, Rabble Master. All right, well, now we're dead in 1 turn. Swing for 8. Exiles a mountain. We go to 2, or 12 rather. Okay, Opal. That changes the math. Ancient Tomb. I don't think it changes it enough though, right? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Salvagers is a blank. So I can go Karn and then minus Karn, hold priority LED. So Karn. And then we have 5 mana, so we just play Ensnaring Bridge. All right. Well, that's the only move. So I can also play Defense Grid first. So I go Defense Grid, Karn. Yeah. So Defense Grid, then Karn, then sack this for white, minus Karn, grab Ensnaring Bridge, play Ensnaring Bridge, and over to them. And then we take 5 from Trap, we go to 5. There's also a consideration of not using Ancient Tomb there and just ditching the Defense Grid because it's probably not that relevant in this matchup. But the only way that that matters, I think, is if they loop all the way around back to the Trap Room again. And if we haven't won by then... All right, well, there's Auriok Salvagers, so I guess we just win on the spot, right? Unless they have... Yeah, we just win on the spot. So, yeah. White, this one. I have to tap Ancient Tomb to do this. So this one, this one, this one... Play Salvagers. Do they just have a Bolt? 4 mana. They have Bolt? Really? Okay. Really? If they had Bolt, why didn't they just Bolt Karn? I don't know, Spatial Contortion? They might also be a freaking Null Rod deck, of course, so always got to bring one of these guys in just in case. I assume Defense Grid's not really that relevant. Cut Ingenious Smith, and then we'll just keep this. All right, so turn 1, Signet. Turn 2, so Saga, Petal, Signet. Turn 2, land, make a Construct. All right, that's fine. Why would you ever just not Bolt Karn there? Like, what if I'd had the combo and didn't have to tap Ancient Tomb to do it? Anyway, Urza Saga, trigger, Petal, Zorius Signet, over to them. What if I'd, like, drawn City of Traders or something and I just, like, Karned for Lattice or something? I guess they would have just bolted that in response. All right, another turn 1 guy. Amazing. K is a Chaos Adventurer. And the initiative finds you a land, so it's not even that big of a problem that you have to spend rituals to get it. All right, I am short of being able to actually Ballista this. So, yeah, trigger, Urza Saga. So what am I doing here? I'm playing Caracas and then just making a Construct. This goes to 7 power on their turn. And then I just make 2 Constructs. All right, Caracas, go. 2+1 counters here. Mountain, Rite of Flame. Oh my God, we're doing another one. Lotus Petal. What are we playing for all this mana? Another Caves of Chaos Adventurer that they're just unwilling to tap Ancient Tomb for some reason. All right, we immediately take 5 damage from Trap, and then we're taking 7 from the Caves of Chaos Adventurer. Trigger, exiling Squee. All right, no blocks, go to 8. End of turn, make a Construct. Then untap, we drew LED, so make a Construct. Then the Saga resolves, and we already have an LED, so let's just grab Mox Opal. Problem is, so I can tap Mox Opal, yeah, so grab Opal, then we go Cavern, Name Human, Ingenious Smith, trigger, we bricked, incredible, and then LED to trigger it. So if I swing here, they either block or they lose the initiative, and then they attack back at me on their... So let's say they don't block, right? So they attack back, this Construct trades for this Caves of Chaos Adventurer, and then we take 5 and go to 3 and we can get bolted. Alternatively, they attack with both of them or just one of them. We block with the Construct. We lose both our Constructs. They get to... See, the thing is, like, they get to draw a card. Although, if I attack with this one and they block with this one, then this one's a 4/4 and it can't single-handedly trade for this one. All right, I'll pass. So they get to draw 2 cards, and we'll see what happens. Squee. So they drew a Squee. What's this? It escapes for 4, right? Yeah. So if they attack with everything, I have to block minimum 2 creatures. So probably the Constructs trade for these guys. This blocks the token. We take 2, go to 6. I can also Caracas the Squee back to their hand. You may sack a mountain rather than pay for this. Destroy an artifact. Okay. Oy. And now before blocks are declared, they get to exile 2 things. Yeah, we'll just yield to all this. Exile a mountain. Exile another mountain. Squee makes a token. Woof. All right, well, what if I triple block killing the Caves of Chaos Adventurers, right? And then I have to, and then I'm down to no Metalcraft for Mox Opal. The alternative is I do what? I put both Constructs in front of this one, and then they both die. So that's terrible. I have to block this because they both have trample. So yeah, I guess I'm just blocking and killing both Caves of Chaos Adventurer, and then just leaving them with Squee and a token, and then untapping and playing Ballista for X's 2, shooting this token and Caracasing Squee back to their hand. All right, so... And then I don't get to steal the initiative back. Oh, that's so bad. It's so bad. Because then they get the final room on the initiative if I don't hit them. If I put both Constructs here and block here, I go to 1, and they still have Caves of Chaos Adventurer and Squee in play, right? Then I attack them back. I steal the initiative back from them. They still have Squee and this in play. Then I can play Ballista for X is 2. Caracas this, and then they still have this in play, and then I'm dead. So that just leaves me in an absolutely atrocious position, whichever way I do it. So let's assume that I'm drawing the ring, or, well, if I draw Auriok Salvagers, I just win on the spot. If I draw the ring, what is the best position for me to be in? It's, I can put 1 Construct here, 1 Construct here, Smith here, go to 1, still have 2 creatures left over. So block, no, because then I take trample damage from this thing. That's why I can't do that. Let's assume I'm drawing the ring. If I'm drawing the ring, I can't draw with it if I go to 1, but I can survive an attack. So I can steal the initiative back. So I think my best bet... Oh no, if I draw Auriok Salvagers and I lose both the Constructs, I can play it, but then I can't activate it because Opal's off. I don't think there's any way I can block because I'm going to lose the Constructs no matter what. Oy. So it's basically ring or bust. So since it's ring or bust, I may as well save the Ingenious Smith. So let's block here, block here, block here. Yeah, ring or bust. Has the deck just been bad or have you been varianced out? It's been kind of bad. You Cavern. So City of Traders. Then I go Ballista X's 4 with Caracas up. And then the Caves of Chaos Adventurer kills us anyway. Yeah, we're dead. I can't play it on 6 because of Opal being shut off. Yeah, we're dead. There's no way to get out of it. All right, on to the 5th and final round. All right, round 5, we're on the play. We've got turn 2, make a Construct. Turn 3, play the Ring or Karn. But that's if we run out City of Traders. I guess that's fine. All right, I'll keep this. All right, Saga, go. Tundra. All right, we're playing Cephalid Breakfast. So that being the case, I probably just want to run out Ballista and kill it immediately, rather than make a Construct. Because if they just go turn 2 Cephalid, we lose. If I play City of Traders, it plays around it plays around Days. But it's so much better if we get if we don't have to sack our City of Traders. All right, so Ancient Den, Ballista, and then let's just kill it. All right, back to them. Brainstorm, Underground Sea, Ponder. Ooh, Defense Grid. All right, so Float, grabbing LED, and then City of Traders. Man, like the problem is, if we just run out Auriok Salvagers, they don't even have to counter the Salvagers, right? They can just allow us to lose our hand to LED, and then they just counter like the LED when we try to replay it, right? So let's just run out Defense Grid. I should have played Ancient Den in that case, because I don't think they can beat us on their turn, unless they have exactly no Mad Cephalid. All right, over to them. Or Shuko Cephalid, I guess. Urza Saga, and then just pass to us. Okay. So Float, Ancient Den, trigger this dies, play Auriok Salvagers, and now we should be able to just win. No, they can pay for Force of Will with 3 mana, of course. So screwing up and playing that City of Traders there is going to screw me. Yep. So now I'm going to lose to playing lands in the wrong sequence. Okay. They're going to upkeep something? What? Fetching Marsh Flats. Orim's Chant. Target player can't cast spells. Sure. All right. I can't cast any spells anyway, so back to them. There's a Saga, then they can go fetch Shuko, and we lose. All right. So I punted that game pretty hard. So let's see. Leyline of the Void, Spatial Contortion, Ingenious Smith sucks. Cut 1 Boromir. I don't know to what degree I even need Defense Grid. Let's cut those. All right. Run that. I guess what? I would have lost anyway because they Orim's Chanted, but it's still a mistake. On the plate, reveal Garuda. All right. LED plus the combo. So keep Leyline. So Lotus Petal, play Caracas, and go. Cabal Therapy, which one will they name? Probably Auriok Salvagers, right? Yeah, there goes Auriok Salvagers. All right, cast Opal, cast LED, play Urza Saga, and then, I don't know, let's get Garuda in my hand. Why not, right? Is it better to have Garuda in my hand or to leave it? I can't even play it next turn even if I wanted to, right? So I guess I can with Lotus Petal, but I want to just start making Saga tokens. That doesn't preclude me from putting it in my hand. All right, let's put it in my hand. So tap, tap, tap. Over to them. Tundra plays Serenity. So we're just completely dead, right? Like just absolutely dead. So Ancient Tomb. It doesn't even matter if I make an artifact here. So I just play Garuda. So yeah, Garuda. Do I have to float LED? No, I don't, right? So Garuda, Ancient Tomb, then black, black. And I have to pay this one and this one to do it. Cast Garuda. And they have Force of Will anyway. Well, there goes everything. Underground Sea. All right, play another Ancient Tomb and just pass the turn. And they pass back to us. I'm not going to play City of Traders here. There's no point. So pass back to them. Plays Polluted Delta. Cephalid Illusionist. All right, back to us. All right, City of Traders. Azorius Signet. Back to them. We get hit for 1. We go to 17. Cavern of Souls, back to them. Get hit for 1. Back to us. All right, Karn. So what the heck am I even Karning for? I guess probably Ballista. Tap, tap, tap. Play Karn. Minus. Reveal. Yeah, I got to get this off the board. So grab Ballista. Then Cavern of Souls. Name Construct so this doesn't get countered. City Traders dies. And then we go this one. And we unfortunately have to tap both tombs to do this. But cast this. X is 2. Then over to them. Swords to Plowshares. All right. Kill your Cephalid Illusionist. Trigger. Milled Narcomoeba. All right. Narcomoeba comes back, and then kill Narcomoeba. All right. So Karn's in play. So if I can Karn into a Lattice, we can just win the game immediately. Gets an island, because they clearly don't have a counterspell, or else they would have just countered Karn. What the heck do they have that they're not playing anything and they don't have a counterspell? Another Cephalid Illusionist. Oracle. Huh. So they're... I guess I'm going to get Ensnaring Bridge. Another Karn. All right, so if I grab LED, I play... How much mana do I have outside of that? I'm going to play City of Traders, right? So let's go City of Traders. So I have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is not enough to Lattice. I can go Karn, grab LED, play LED, play Karn, then Lattice, but then these two attack Karn, and Karn's at 1. But then I can plus Karn and make Lattice a 6/6. Okay, so minus, use the ability, grab LED, cast LED, play a new Karn. So tap, tap, new Karn, keep the new Karn, then mana, minus, Lattice, tap this, Lattice. Over to them. Urza's Saga, which they also can't activate, although it will search for something. So yeah, these attack here. Do Spatial Contortion. All right, plus on Lattice, and then just pass. Urza's Saga. I'm surprised they're not conceding at this point. Like, they can't kill Karn, and they can't activate anything. Yeah, all right. So they concede. I don't think Westfold Rider is useful just because it can blow up Saga. So I'm pretty sure this just stays the same. All right, run it back. Garuda. All right, let me see. We've got turn 1, Ancient Tomb Signet, turn 2, potentially Ring or Ballista on 2. All right, that seems fine. Plains, Nomad's Encore. I guess I'm running out Ballista in case they have a combo kill on turn 2. So Tomb, Ballista. All right, over to them. Fetch, Cabal Therapy. I guess I shoot that in response so they can't flashback. All right, so kill this. Cabal Therapy resolves. What do you name? I assume Auriok Salvagers would be the default name every time. Karn, yeah, we don't have a Karn. Karn or Salvagers, either one. There's Auriok Salvagers. So let's see. I'm almost certainly just going to play the Ring next turn, which means I'm not going to make a Karnstruct, which means I don't want to play Saga, which means I want to play just Karakas, Signet, go. Karakas, Signet. I guess I also want to run out LED because they know it's in my hand, so I don't want to allow them to just take it, although they would almost certainly just take the Ring. But yeah, if they Therapy, they will almost certainly just take the Ring, right? Yeah, let's just pass. Tundra, and then no actions from them. All right, so Saga, trigger, and then let's play the Ring. It resolved. All right. They almost certainly don't have a way to interact with this right now, right? Should I draw now? I guess what? What can they do in response? That's fine. We'll draw on their turn. The only thing I can think that I could draw that I would play right now is Mox Opal. Scalding Tarn. All right, nothing from them. So draw an end step. Lotus Petal. All right. Ring trigger. We go to 13. Saga goes to 2 counters. So let's draw. All right. Opal, Petal, Petal, LED. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This one, this one, this one. Cast Auriok Salvagers. They have to counter that. Like, they have to. So, no? What if I just play a second Salvagers instead of Karn? They have 4 cards. Play a new Karakas. Play a second one. Tap, tap, tap. All right, let's try to combo. LED for the mana. Get back LED. Response, they have what? Surgical? All right, try to bring it back again with the Lotus Petal. Fetches in response. Second Surgical. Apparently I should have played the other Karn. I was trying to play around like Swords to Plowshares or something that was going to hit the Auriok champion. All right, well, there goes the LEDs, so we can no longer combo that way, although we do have a LED in the sideboard that we can Karn into potentially. Well, back over to them. Ponder. All right, no actions on their part. We take more damage from this Ring. So Saga goes to 3 counters. Before I decide whether I want to float or make a Karnstruct, let's draw with the Ring. I definitely want to make a Karnstruct because this hand's doing nothing. So make a Karnstruct. Then the Saga tutors, and I guess I'm tutoring out Lotus Petal. Let's see. So Ancient Den, Auriok Salvagers back. I guess I'm going to wait, and then I'm just going to Salvagers back Ballista for the following turn. All right, so let's go to combat. Swing here. All right, I guess the plan is creature beats now. Urza Saga for them. Prismatic ending the token. Sure. End of turn, Auriok back Ballista. Then our turn, Ring goes, we go down to 6. So I don't want to tap Ancient Tomb anymore. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or more. Am I going to draw with, I guess I have to draw with the Ring though. Like, yeah, I have to draw with the Ring. So Ring. All right, Karn's a thing. So I can Karn for LED and win that way. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's go for it. So Karn, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Karn good or not? Karn's good. All right, minus. Use the ability, grab the LED. That's not even in the sideboard. That's just in exile, right? Yeah. So grab one of the LEDs out of exile. Cast LED. Cavern on Construct, I guess. And then let's go sack for white. Auriok, target LED. All right, well, they don't seem to be interfering with this, so let's just do all the loops. Grab LED. All right, they have conceded, so only 2 and 3. Oh, so many thoughts. Okay, first of all, the combo itself, which is like the main thing that the deck revolves around. So the Salvagers, LED, and then you either need Ballista or something that finds Ballista. So Karn, or sometimes one of these other cards can fetch it, but it's usually Karn. This combo feels pretty bad. It's 3 cards. They get disrupted by all kinds of things. The deck also just instantly dies to Null Rod effect. Boromir feels okay, but I feel like that could be something else. Ingenious Smith, I think, sucks. I think this card's just bad. I'm not really sure why anyone's playing it. I think most of the time the body is totally irrelevant, so it winds up being 2 mana sorcery speed, look at the top 4 to get an artifact, which is just awful. And while Defense Grid is good for defending your combo, I feel like, again, when you're all in on linear combos like this, I feel like this is the kind of thing you just don't want in your main deck, and you just bring this in against the counterspell matchups. And surely there is a better option than this, and that brings me to Garuda. Garuda feels incredibly bad. So it is limiting the ability of the deck to play anything that costs an odd mana value, and it itself isn't even a win condition when you have Salvagers. So even if you have, so let's say you have Salvagers LED, but then you don't have a win con, right? So the idea is, well, Garuda's in your sideboard, so then you can just companion Garuda into play, but you have no way of recycling the Garuda. So all the Garuda does is it just says you have another 4 shots at hitting the combo piece. So if Ballista is in the top 4 cards of your deck, you can win. But if it isn't, you're not only devoting a sideboard slot to this, you're also contorting the deck in order to play it. Whereas, this deck would probably love to be able to play Swords to Plowshares. It would love to be able to play 3 Fairy instead of these defense grids. There's probably a bunch of stuff that the deck would rather be playing than what it currently is, and it's being limited by Garuda. Also, Westfold Rider, I feel like, again, the body in this we're not an aggro deck. We are not putting on creature beats most of the time, so I feel like the 3/1 part of this is basically irrelevant. So if the only thing we care about is making a naturalize effect that is as cheap as possible, then we may as well just be playing a disenchant effect, or hell, even Fragmentize or something for this amount of mana. I think the sorcery speed clause on this card makes it so much worse than it looks, because there's many times where you need instant speed. For example, in the Cephalid Breakfast matchup, you need to be able to kill Shuko at instant speed, but since you can't, I didn't even bother to bring this in. So there are a lot of cards that I would have changed around for this, and maybe the deck just needs to be rebuilt from the ground up. I think that the whole Salvagers LED combo loop can potentially be a good combo, but it just needs to be rethought in terms of what the deck is doing. For example, why isn't this deck playing more fast mana? Why is there not a 4th Mox Opal? Why is there not Spirit Guides in here just to get going faster? I mean, the deck is playing the ring anyway. It's not like the card disadvantage would be an issue. So yeah, I think that at least as envisioned, the deck is currently not very good. It could be good, but it needs a major retooling.